Here we are. I have my towel wrapped around my head in quite exquisite fashion at the moment. If you're listening to this via an audio device, you may not be able to discern this development, but I assure you I look exquisite. Now, my voice has been undergoing a rather tedious developments recently. I finally had both testicles drop on me. That was last week sometime. One of them I've had since I was about a small child of 11 or 12. That was swinging freely back and forth for many decades. Quite happily, back and forth in the breeze, whether nude or clothed. There it was, biding its own time like a little hairy pendulum, accompanying me wherever I went, smiling up at me if a testicle can be anthropomorphized like that. I mean, I did draw smiley faces on it during the 1980s as a prank and as a bid to be a pop star in the vein of Ricky Gervais, the little paunchy chap who's rather rich, who I shall be trying to extort money from at some point. Please avoid that. That was a joke. If you're from the member of the police force. Where was I? Yes, the testes of my left hemisphere had dropped as any other young boys would drop. Delightfully, unexpectedly, and unnoticeably. I hadn't a clue that it dropped. It just went there. Does anybody really know when their testicles drop? I don't think so. Perhaps we should have. Maybe that's what the bar mitzvah's all about. Maybe we should update that, just have a testicle dropping ceremony. You just strap the child to a large, flat surface. Rather large, I don't know, some sort of telescopic device, broadcasted around the world, aimed at his genital area until finally his testicles drop. If he doesn't die from shame, then he's made it. It's a rite of passage. And so it should be. Anyway, as I said, my left testicle had dropped aeons ago. The right one, not so far into the distant past. In fact, like I said last week, it decided to join its brother in arms, his fellow globe, and jumped off the high diving board down to sway between my thighs. I'm not really sure. Maybe perhaps it was like Sam and Dave, the well-known rhythm and blues soul crooners who haven't talked to each other for the last 40 years. Perhaps my testicles had also had a bit of a miff or a tiff or a Tiffany. I don't know. Something happened. Perhaps one was larger than the other and the other one took offense. Who knows? But last week, voila, it had descended. And for the first time in my entire life, I was able to sing through both ears. For decades, like I said, I could only sing through my left ear. And this made my career what it is today, non-existent. And that's what I hope very sincerely from the bottom of my heart, that now that my brother of the Testes family has joined his family, of the other Testes family, we shall pursue a singing career and gain our rightful position in the firmament of vocal superstars. Avast and huzzah, we're off.